I worked with Michael White. Well, I've known him for 20 years. We've worked together about the last 4. And this is the first time I've ever seen him with a full band. I kind of forced him into this. He mildly, reluctantly came into playing with the band. But we're just really excited. He started writing some songs by himself, and he wanted to think of somewhere different to do with them. So I hooked him up with the Thornton boys, and they just made this really great project. We're really proud of it, and I'm super excited to have them come and play this for you guys tonight. So here you go. Michael White, that's the best intro I got. Come on, rock star.
Thank you all. It's kind of odd playing for a room full of my good friends because I get the worst text from all you guys. I just get insulted like crazy day after day. And I don't know why, because I'm the nicest guy in the music business. But thank y'all for coming out. I guess I just want to say a little bit about what we're doing. This is not Professional Fool Part 2. I'm not trying to be an artist again. I simply went through a period last year where I started writing songs by myself again. There was a few reasons for it. I won't go into all of them, but my dog passing away was kind of the impetus of writing by myself again. I wrote this song called Raising Humans, and everybody seemed to respond to it pretty well. And then I got my medication kind of straightened out, and I started writing some more by myself. So, and I thought, it's so easy just to go in and cut stuff now. It's not a big, you don't have to book a huge studio. And got these guys, Orrin and Trevor. We had written some, and we just did this. We did this 6-song project of just songs that I was really proud of that no one will ever cut, so I just wanted to do it myself. And this is what tonight is about, and everybody get you a copy of the CD. Yeah, don't make us, we ordered 200. Don't embarrass us and make us return some of them. But this is exciting for me. This is the first time I've played all these songs. And we rehearsed last night for 2 hours, and I'm hoping that it'll be a lot better tonight. Anyway, this first song, I'll tell you a little bit about each of them. This first song was, oh my God, she's got the old Michael White shirt on. Thanks a lot. Parallel, I was writing, me and Blake Chaffin were writing one day, and we had already written a song. Hannah comes in in the afternoon to say goodbye, and she had on this T-shirt that just had, it was the shape of a heart, but it had the American flag on it. It was an American flag heart on her shirt. And Blake went, she had an American flag heart on her shirt. And everybody started laughing. When I went home, and I couldn't get it out of my head, so I started writing it, and since Hannah her shirt inspired the song, we just used her name. But there's a disclaimer, this song has nothing to do with Hannah personally. It's just her name and the shirt she was wearing. But this was me and Blake Chaffin. It's called American Flag Heart. She had an American flag heart on her shirt. She looked so good it made mine hurt. Hair's black as Missouri dirt. I thought men start wars over girls like her. She was standing by the road just looking bored, like if you took her somewhere she'd have been there before. It looked like rain heading in from the north. So I reached across the seat and I opened the door. Whoa, a child in a woman's body. Where you headed? Why you wanna do it in such a hurry? Stay with me for a little while. Girl could do a whole lot worse. With an American flag hard on her shirt. She said her daddy was a sorry excuse for a man. That she hated her mama for loving him. And there was something about the way she didn't pull no punch. And by the time we hit Joplin, I'd fallen in love. Whoa, Hannah, you ain't nothing but a child in a woman's body. Where you headed? Why you wanna do it in such a hurry? Stay with me for a little while. Girl could do a whole lot worse. With that American flag hard on your shirt. Things work with that American flag hard on your shirt. So that song's not about you, Hannah, because that would be creepy. Warren Rhodes' daughter's named Hannah, too. I had to tell him, she used to dog sit for us. I had to tell him it wasn't about her either. I want to thank Warren. Man, I'm really touched. Everyone here is a really good friend of mine. And thank y'all for coming, because I know you got better things to do on a Thursday night. And I mainly just wanted everybody to know I hadn't died. So, and Tim agreed to do this. And I'm probably having more fun writing songs than I've had in 30 years. And I think it's because I'm really meeting a lot of young, really super talented people. And a lot of them are here tonight, which is intimidating because there's some of the best singers I know here tonight, Jeffrey East and Wyatt McCubbin and Robert Counts. You don't know what it means to me that you guys came out, and I think you guys are part of the reason I'm really enjoying writing again. Because sometimes it looks like a great job, but it's not always fun, is it?
I don't know.
And the being broke part is kind of adds. But after all the business, I still love writing songs. I still like writing songs I go home and think about at night. And this next song, I don't know where it came from. I think it's a combination of Warren Rhodes, John Kelton, and my dad, and this guy that I used to hang out at this bar I played in when I was in my 20s that just bitched about how bad Nashville was, and it used to be great back in the day. And so this is called Naugahyde Town. He remembers when ashtrays sat right by the faders, greased pencils and old razor blades, whiskey and bennies passed out like candy, 'cause that's how good records were made. And the singers could sing, the players could play. He didn't know it, but those were the days. Now he sits on his bar stool and tells all the stories about Waylon, Willie, Cephas, Haggard, Rodriguez, and Paycheck. And tonight he whipped the label head's ass. And he ain't bought a record since Luke and Bob, Texas. Says the real stuff's gonna come back around. He's like genuine leather in a Naugahyde town. Genuine leather in a Naugahyde town. From analog tape, Pro Tools and hard drives, he tried to keep up with it all. But just like the women he couldn't make happy, the writing was there on the wall. Now he don't get the calls, but it's just as well, 'cause the music is gone all to hell. So he sits on his bar stool and tells all the stories about Waylon, Willie, and Cash. Oh, Cephas and Haggard, Rodriguez, and Paycheck. And tonight he whipped a label head's ass. He ain't bought a record since Luke and Bob, Texas. Says the real stuff's gonna come back around. He's like genuine leather in a Naugahyde town. It's genuine leather in a Naugahyde town. Bought a record since Luke and Bob, Texas. Says the real stuff's bound to come back around. He's like genuine leather in a Naugahyde town. Genuine leather in a Naugahyde town. Thank y'all. Only problem I've ran into with that song is people under 50 don't know what Naugahyde is. But pleather did not sing well. Genuine leather in a pleather town just didn't have the same ring to it. That's exactly what I said when someone said, "What's Naugahyde?" I was like, "Well, you Google everything else, just Google it." We had a lot of Naugahyde in our house in the 70s, and lots of wild colors and shag carpet. I remember we had bright orange shag carpet in our living room. And we had a couch that was like splotched red, white, and blue. My parents weren't that hip. I don't know what was up with that furniture. This next song is song I wrote about Max. Max was a Basset boxer mix. Stood about, he had about that much ground clearance, but he weighed 70 pounds, and he was brindled like a tiger stripe. He was a Basset boxer, and he, every time I'd take him somewhere, the first response people would laugh, and they'd be like, "What is that?" I'd be like, "Well, that's kind of rude. It's a dog." But me and Max got close. We lived alone there for a few years, and I think I depressed the hell out of him. And we finally lost him to cancer. And the day after I put him down, I was hurting so bad that there was I keep an old classical set in my living room, and I just thought, I got to write something or I'm not going to be able to get through this day. So I went out to there's an oak tree, two oak trees in our front yard with a swing on it, and I went out there with the guitar and just kind of asked Max, I'm like, if you could say something, what would you say? And this never happens like this. This song just fell out. It was like I was learning it as the lines were coming along. I didn't know what was going to be next, and I got to the hook and kind of shocked myself. I was like, damn, Max, that's really good. Thank you. So it took me a while to finish it, and thank God me and Shelley were back together by then, and I kept saying, I'm just going to take this in and finish it with somebody, and she goes, you need to finish that song. If it takes you 5 years, that's your song. So it took a while to finish it, but we finished it, and the response was really kind of shocking. I didn't really realize it at the time, but I guess people lose pets just about every day, or it's just more regular. And people have seemed to have gotten a lot closer to their pets in this age than they did back in my childhood, where dogs weren't really allowed inside. And when they got sick, they just kind of disappeared, and you never saw them again. But it's different today. And Easton Corbin cut this, supposed to be on his his next album coming out. And anyway, this is Max's song. It's called Raising Humans. He wouldn't have been my first choice if I'd had one when I met him. He looked like he'd be moody, the kind that let little things upset him. But fate don't ask opinions, it just gives you what you need. So we headed home in that old truck. I let him ride right next to me. Well, it didn't take me very long to see I had my work cut out. He just had his heart broken, so we spent a lot of time there on that couch. And he'd talk to me for hours, Lord, the stories I could tell. I guess sometimes just to listen is all a friend can do to help. Raising humans ain't as easy as it looks. Raising humans don't come with instruction books. You just love them and you trust them. Sometimes let them think they know it all. But I think raising humans is the reason God made all of us dogs. I knew he was gonna take it hard when he had to let me go. I was tired and it was time. I tried my best to let him know. When the doctor said you're ready, it's the first time in years I saw him pray. I just closed my eyes and drifted off. I knew he was gonna be okay. Raising humans ain't as easy as it looks. Raising humans don't come with instruction books. You just love them and you trust them. Sometimes let them think they know it all. But I think raising humans is the reason God made all of us dogs. God made all us dogs. Thank y'all. You showed up at the wrong place if you came to party. Right before we went on stage, someone goes, "You ready to rock and roll?" I said, "It's 6 o'clock, dude. We're all going to be in bed by 8 o'clock. Warren, thank you for setting this up for us.
Thank you very much, sir.
It's hard to survive in this business without friends. It's hard to survive in life without friends, so I'm really touched that people went out of the way to help me do this. I'll do something nice for you someday, I promise. Let's see. I wrote this song with, this is how we met, Trevor and Orrin. And by the way, this is their nephew, Nick, back here on the drums. I only met Nick last night.
Got the family band with him tonight.
There's a rumor going around that he plays in a rock band. He sometimes plays in just his whitey-tighties, but I couldn't get him to do that for the show, so. Is that true, really? Is that true?
Actually, Superman underwear is what they are.
Superman
I think
underwear.
suspenders, too. You wear suspenders, don't you?
That would be odd, singing Raising Humans with a drummer in Superman underwear, wouldn't it? And by the way, there's free CDs. Y'all grab you one and cut the songs or use them as coasters or give them as Christmas presents. I think we'll have it on iTunes someday. We got to make back our budget. It was a huge budget on this project. Did you guys already spend all that money?
I actually did.
This is how we met. This first song we wrote. This is called Small. A million squares of brown and gold and green. It looks so perfect from my window seat. And the traffic on the highways at a crawl. I'm up here flying high, feeling small. I left her asleep in Baton Rouge. I know there's something a bigger man wouldn't do. I guess I had to run so I wouldn't fall. Now I'm up here flying high, feeling small. And I'm thinking I may never come back down. Life's too big to handle on the ground. As long as they got fuel and alcohol, I'll be up here flying high, feeling small. But now she's waking up all alone. She's probably started wondering where I've gone. But no letter on the dresser says it all. I'm at 30,000 feet, feeling small. And I'm thinking I may never come back down. Life's too big to handle on the ground. As long as they got fuel and alcohol, just had to run so I wouldn't fall. Now I'm up here, flying high, feeling small. Flying high, feeling small. Man, it sounds good up here. I'm gonna take you on the road with me, man. My goal is to be like the Sturgill Simpson of like Northeast Smyrna. That's close to you. We could do gigs out there, couldn't we? This is usually the place in my show. Like I don't have a show, but this is the first time I've played with a band. Well, I guess me and Terry Ballard. Terry Ballard, my drummer when I had a record deal back in '92, is here. Thank you for coming, Terry. And we tried to get a band back together a few years ago, and it was going good until Jim Ballard came and taped us on a video, and then he showed it to me, and I said, I quit. I didn't realize how bad I'd let myself go over the years until you showed me the video. And I don't like standing when I sing anymore, so I've taken over Don Williams' stool. That's my new thing since Don is gone. My pants fall off if I stand up for too long, so. But if I had a show, this would be the part where I would tell you about how we're getting screwed by streaming and Spotify and Pandora. And this is true. I had a hit a couple years ago, and BMI, when you get the statements, they show you how many times it's reported streaming on your song. And at last count, I'd had almost 90 million streams on this song that Michael Ray cut, and I bet I've made about $3,000 off of it, off of 90 million streams. Now, if it plays 200,000 times on the radio, you can buy yourself an Explorer and redo your house. But if it plays 100 million times on Spotify, you know, you barely pay taxes. So I've been pissed off about this for years. And I realized nobody gives a crap because they think everybody in the music business is rich and we're hanging out and having slumber parties with Taylor Swift. And, you know, it's not the case. So I thought, what can I do? And I thought I'll just write a song about it. This is, I would love to get this played on Spotify, but I would have to do it under a assumed name. This is called Spotify Blues. You can hit that fog machine if you want to. I'm just kidding, don't.
The pyro.
Woke up one morning, wrote me a song, got it cut by Luke Bryan, and the whole world sang along, but the money never came. Now I don't know what to do. And I can't feed my children. Got the Spotify blues. Don't wanna be famous. Don't need to be rich. You can play my songs. Just pay me for it, bitch. 95 million streams is worth $1.92. And I'm driving a Kia. I got Spotify blues. Listen up. $100 concert ticket. standing in line. $40 t-shirt, nobody blinks an eye. When it comes to the music, the songs that we love, seems 1,000th of a penny. It's more than enough. Yeah. This is a true story here, this last verse. This is where it gets really sad. My last #1 party, Lord, it was sad. We had it down at Arby's, at a booth way in the back. Passed around a can of old Milwaukee. I think I got a sip or two. And then the manager said, it's time to get back to work, son. You got Spotify Blue. See, it's funny because it's true. We just about played the whole CD, so I told you it was going to be painless. Now the whiskey's just now kicking in. I'm ready to play now. This is a song that I've never asked Shelley what she thinks about it. I just write stuff and then see how it goes over after I write it. So, but me and Shelley were divorced. We were married 10 years and divorced 10 years, and we got back together about 4 years ago. And I was at a writer's night, and I guess it was Jeffrey East when you made me open up for you, and then you pulled me from the stage because I wouldn't stop playing. Remember that? But I was setting up there, I was sitting on the stage, and I was thinking, man, I hate to do this. I used to have to do all that stuff alone there for a few years, and I thought, man, it's so nice not to have to do this stuff alone. I'm watching Shelley out there, and she's, like being nice to people, like strangers, to where, like, see, I can't do that, so she's nice to strangers. That takes the pressure off of me. And I just kept thinking, I'm like, I don't really want to do anything. If me and Shelley can't do it together, I'd really rather not do anything anymore. I'll just stay at home. So, as I was on the stage getting ready to sing this song started running through my head, and I had to turn around on the stool and sing it into my phone real quick so I wouldn't forget it, and then continue with the writer show. But this is called Without Her Anymore, and maybe subtitled Love Looks at 50. Because love changes a little bit when you're 50 and you really are tired of drama in your life. You want somebody dependable and, take you to sinus surgeries and pick you up when you're out of it. I used to have to count on Gary Harrison to do that. And Gary was not the most tender person in the world. But I appreciate it. Pretty much, I'll take you home, but I ain't opening the door. Just get out. I never will forget. I had to take him. We were each other's emergency contact for a few years because we were both single. And he had some dental surgery, and I had to take him. The deal was when he took me to my sinus surgery, Gary had just bought a new Mercedes-Benz, so I got to ride home in a new Mercedes. And when Gary had his surgery, I still had this 15-year-old Isuzu Rodeo with 225,000 miles on it. Gary's like, I'm getting screwed on this deal. But I remember Gary was in there a long time, and they brought him out, and I'm waiting in the car. They brought him out, and the nurse opened the door and set him in the seat, and she starts handing me all his prescriptions and his medications. Like, now when he gets home, he needs 2 of these, an ice pack. You can, in 4 hours, check his pain. And Gary goes, he's just taking me home. We don't live together. So anyway, I wrote this for Shelley. So this is called Without Her Anymore. I used to burn through this town like a man with his ass on fire. Like an engine with no governor, blowing down the road with 4 ball tires. Stumbling home, drunk or stoned, waking up alone on the floor. But now I don't do nothing without her anymore. She keeps up with my phone, my keys, my wallet with a good credit card. Makes sure my hair's all right and back. Tells me when you can't hear my guitar. Say if you want me at your party, you better leave 2 names at the door. 'Cause now I don't do nothing without her anymore. Well, I never was a kind just to sit and watch moths grow on a stone. I bet I've been a million miles just so I could say I was gone. I wore my lonesome like a medal that I'd brought back from some old war. But now I don't do nothing without her anymore. She keeps up with my phone, my keys, my wallet with a good credit card. Makes sure my hair's all right and back. Tells me when you can't hear my guitar. Bless her heart. So if you want me at your party, you better leave 2 names at the door. 'Cause now I don't do nothing without her anymore. So just take us both or leave us when it's our time to come home, Lord. 'Cause you know I don't do nothing without her anymore. Thank y'all. That's all we got. Thank y'all so much for coming out here, and We got free beer, free water, free CDs. It's a free show, so how bad? I mean, you can't kind of complain about anything. Thank you, Warren. Thank everybody for coming out.